Now welcome to the inside of the TruLaser Center 7030. We'll dive a little bit deeper. What is the SmartGate? What is the YP axis? Which camera equipment, and I didn't even talk about that yet, do we have mounted to support everyone here? And how does that whole setup work? So what we see next to me here, I'm basically on a little platform behind the operator door. Not a big door where we check parts and have access to the sortmaster, but a side door where we can access the cutting unit. We see that here. We see a cutting unit camera that is focused directly on the cutting process as such. That allows especially our remote operating team and the operators from their workplace to monitor what's going on. We see the two copper plates I talked about earlier. This is the SmartGate. This is the centerpiece of the TruLaser Center. This machine would not be possible without having the SmartGate that actually guides the laser and supports the parts like I mentioned earlier. These two are traveling on individual axes. They're called U1 and U2, while they also have a vertical axis, so they can individually be adjusted in height as well, meaning depending on a part, we support it throughout the cutting process and later we remove it, for example, through the SmartGate. The area where the SmartGate is traveled is continuously covered with brushes. So if you look in the back, there's a whole brush table. There's not an opening, nothing can drop through. This patented technology makes sure that we have the best sheet support that is possible for the highest quality. Also a little earlier, I explained about the hybrid machine concept with the moving sheet, overlay of the YP axis, the additional cutting unit, and I can show you here a little bit in more detail how that moves. Okay. Inside this enclosure, the whole cutting unit is with the lenses and everything, and it has a travel way to the front and to the back.
And you said that's what?
And that's
11 inches, 9
110
inches?
millimeters.
Okay.
So 120 millimeters to be precise. So let's translate that into inches. That is roughly, I think, 5.5 inches.
Okay.
Inches.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So parts that are under a certain size, we can directly cut with that movement. We don't even have to move the sheet. Or also, we witness when the automation unit picks apart, the sheet is actually not moving, right? Because we have to have a stable, a static condition by the moment we remove it. So then the last cut is typically done with this unit because the sheet does not move. We just do the final cut and then move aside to move it. This allows for the most reliable removal process and also prevents that parts that are cut actually slide under the sheet while it's moving.
All right. Okay.
All right. Why don't we have a closer look on our sortmaster speed? I'll just step out of here again and come through the other door and we'll inspect this a little bit.
Okay, great.